Testing, testing. Hello, everybody. Just moving some things around here. Hey, Mitch is in the chat. Hello there, Mitch. Good to see you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're just setting up a couple things. Test, test, test. Check, check. Okay. Hello, everybody. It's good to see you on this Tuesday, well, where I am, a late Tuesday evening. Leandra Vane is in the chat. Hello there, Leandra. I hope everyone out there is safe and healthy where they are. It's been a very weird time here. Still in a very different kind of situation than normal, which has, as you know, interrupted a lot of the channel activities, but I'm able to get some things going tonight and get some things settled down so we can hang out together for a little bit. So I hope that's okay. We're doing plastic triggers tonight while we hang out. I've got a couple of things laying around here. A few things that we've seen before and a few things that we have not. So we'll see how this goes, and we'll also see if I remember how to do any of this at all, which is not a given. So let's see. A couple of things. So we have one thing that we've seen before. We'll just go through the items first, like we usually do, and then we'll spend some time with each one while everybody files in and starts talking to each other. We've got the little white plastic beads. Some of you will remember these are from a rock polishing set. These are filler beads that you put in the rock polishing barrel to keep the rocks from damaging each other while they tumble around. And it also helps with the distribution of the polishing grit. And they make a cool sound when they roll amongst each other like that. They're in a somewhat rigid plastic container. It's got a bit of a kind of a pingy, hard plastic sound when the beads hit the bottom like that. this is one of those. This is one of those sounds that ends up being a bit of a chat killer. When the chat is really lively, if I bring this out, it tends to quiet things down quite a bit because it's people really start zoning out when the plastic beads are happening. Yeah, plastic sounds. I do like them, Mitch. I like, certain. We're mostly about small, subtle sounds here, and small plastic sounds can be really, really good. So that's one. We have the simple plastic prescription bottle, and this one is here for lid sounds. Adam Sisk is in the chat. Everybody say hello to Adam. I'm doing well, Adam. How are you doing? We are hanging in there, Adam. Tell us what you have been up to, Adam, if you can. Hope you're staying well, staying healthy out there. I am a sucker for nice lid sounds, and this bottle in particular gives you that variety where the pitch drops. The pitch gets lower as the lid kind of comes down over the bottle, like that. Just finished summer online classes. Congratulations, Adam. That's great news. What classes were you taking? Scott Adcock is watching from Louisville. Hello, Scott. Everybody say hello to Scott. Make him feel welcome. Wish it was summer over here. Mitch, remind me, are you in Australia? Where are you watching from? I know I've seen you before, but it's been a little while. So this is trigger number 2. Starfish Savvy, hello. Welcome. Everyone say hello to Starfish, please. Please make everyone feel welcome when they say hi. That's kind of a thing that we do here. Jay Bradley is with us this evening. Hello, Jay Bradley. It's good to see you as well. Everybody say hello. It was snowing down here in southern Australia. My goodness. It's on my extended bucket list to see Australia someday. Alistair McCallum is in the chat. Everyone say hello to Alistair, make him feel welcome. Another one of our regulars, we know that name. It's good to see so many of you pop up in the chat again after being away for so long. It's like a, it's like a secret club. Maybe a little too secret, but still a club. Måns Oddhammer, watching from Sweden. Everyone say hello. I think I don't recognize Mr. Oddhammer's name. He might be new to the stream, so please everyone say hello. Hello. Welcome. It is great to have you with us. So this is a second trigger that we have. Let's see, we have 6 this evening, so third one. So this is, you probably recognize this. This is one of those plastic, kind of lightweight plastic salsa containers. They're not very dense. You see them in restaurants and stuff like that. But it has in it dice. We've got 3 20-sided die. And we've got 6 or so 6-sided die. And we've got 1 30-sided die. And we've got, you can't really see the die because the sides of this little bowl are pretty deep, but we're just here to hear the sounds of the plastic dice move around. Alistair, thanks for being worried. There was no need for worry. Hopefully you all saw the post I made to the community tab a few weeks back, just kind of explaining how the situation at home has changed with my working from home situation, and just how things have changed right now with the public health scenario the way it is, and how that has impacted my ability to shoot my normal kinds of videos. So feel free to check that out. It just kind of explains why the regular videos have been on hold lately. Scott asks, where are you located? I'm in the Midwest, United States. Todd Shull says hello in the chat. Everybody say hello to Todd, please. Anyone listening to any dope music lately, says Adam. Well, I gotta tell you, and I apologize that there's this pollen or something is going on here where I live, and it's got my got some mild allergies that are kicking up, so I'm hitting the mute button every once in a while to clear my throat. But you guys might know that my musical tastes tend to vary pretty widely, and it kind of depends on, who's putting out a new album in a style that I like, or one of the bands that I follow. And I don't mind telling you that I'm getting super hyped for the Unleash the Archers album that's going to be coming out later this month. I've got 2 songs from that album out on YouTube now, and it is going to be fantastic. For those power metal fans in the audience. And I'm talking about power metal while Starfish Savvy is talking about smooth jazz, so that's a great matchup. But I like smooth jazz also, so. But when this new album comes out, it's going to be all about power metal for a while, so I think it's good to cast a wide net and stuff that we enjoy. Is Gaslamp a secret D&D player? Not really. I actually use the 20s for life counters in Magic the Gathering. I played one game of D&D when I was in college, and it never really stuck. But I like watching, some of the channels on YouTube that do run-throughs of role-playing games. I like watching that stuff every once in a while. Particularly Deborah Ann Wool. I'm a big fan of her as a dungeon master. Alistair says, speaking of music, on vacation for 2 weeks. I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you were on vacation for 2 weeks. No, that's awesome, Alistair. Latin American. You were playing Mind Jam from start to finish. Asked me if they had my iPod. Outstanding. Latin American jams, absolutely. There's some fantastic rhythms in Latin American music. So anyway, we have the dice here in the bowl. That's one of our triggers. Let's see, how many have I done? 1, 2, 3. Okay, 3 more to go. We have a couple of crinkle sounds, plastic crinkle sounds tonight. Let's see, I need to set this up so that the last one I show you is the one that we spend. I want to save this for last, so let me just demo this one now. This is the one I need to be super careful with. It is a bar of soap. it's got the crinkly kind of cellophane wrapping. I'm sure you know what the biggest inspiration is for having a crinkly wrapped bar of soap as an ASMR trigger is. Even though this one is not silver, this is one of those amazing triggers in that it how do I describe it in terms of actually making sound with it? It almost just does it itself. You don't even need to do anything in particular. It just in fact, you have to work pretty hard. You have to work pretty hard not to let one like this get away from you, because it will turn very shrill very quickly. In fact, I'm moving it farther away from the mic because I'm watching the levels. This thing just goes crazy. But that makes it an amazing trigger for just handling like this, because you barely have to do anything with it, and those are some of my favorite sounds. Jay Bradley is asking about the watch. This is a that is the Garmin Instinct. Got that for Father's Day this year. I was going to do an unboxing of it when I can eventually do regular videos again. I'll probably put it back in the box so I can do an unboxing video of it. Violet Pony is in the chat. Everyone say hello to Violet. Yes, Mons is correct. I am not supposed to reserve the soap for ASMR. I need to wash my hands for at least 20 seconds with this soap. I am clearly not doing the right thing here. But yes, of course, this is always an homage to Massage ASMR and his silver soap. But this is new to our channel. We haven't had this one before, and I think we'll be closing the stream with this. Then we have, next to the last, we have Hey, Zero Janitor is here. Hello, Zero Janitor. ZJ. Everybody say hello. I apologize if you said something earlier. Zero, I'm just now seeing your name. we've got these two plastic cups. These have a slightly matte surface to them, not kind of hard and shiny like a Solo cup is, and it means that they make a lot of surface sound when you slide the surfaces against each other. Yeah, Starfish. I haven't seen Viscaria and Sleep Stories, or Decaf Math for that matter, in quite a while. I hope we see them too, although I know I'm starting a little bit later than usual. I think Sleep Stories is in the Eastern time zone. Decaf is out on the West Coast. I'm not sure about Viscaria. Oh, well, I'm glad we were able to catch you, Zero Janitor, before you went to bed. So these cups make a great sliding sound, and then of course you have the ping that you get on the bottom. No other part of the cup makes that sound. It's like the bottom of the cup is a little, like a little drum head. Yeah, the cups are super good. They're kind of another one of those items where all you have to do is handle it, and no matter what you do, you get interesting sounds. Handling balsa wood is the same way, because of the surface grain and the way the wood is so resonant to the touch. You just have to handle it and it just sings. And these cups are kind of the same way. So we have the cups, and then lastly, and the one we will start with, and we'll do this in 15 minutes. We'll kind of change a trigger every 15 minutes. That's usually what we do here on these streams. Our last one is another crinkle sound. And this crinkle sound is chosen because of how different it is from the soap crinkle sound. That soap crinkle is a very brittle, kind of a high pitched crinkle. And this large Ziploc bag, I think there was an article of clothing in it. This is made from a thicker, darker plastic. And this makes a completely different kind of sound. And it makes a good contrast. All crinkles are not created equal. And these are two good examples of that. I'm trying to think of another bit of music that I've been listening to lately. You know, sometimes if you ever watch reaction channels on YouTube, and they're definitely not everybody's cup of tea, but sometimes, music is good on its own, and sometimes music is fun in that watching other people experience the music for the first time, especially if it's something that kind of really takes you by surprise, or it's very arresting or engaging in some way. Sometimes watching people experience that for the first time is a fun thing to watch. And one if you're a music nerd at all, one bit of music that generates some very entertaining reaction videos is this isn't new. It's probably 6 or 7 or 8 years old. It's a song from Snarky Puppy called Lingus. And it's a super cool song to begin with, but it has a transcendent keyboard solo in it from Mr. Corey Henry that is just absolutely sublime and an amazing thing to witness. If you want to see an example of I think it's kind of rare. This thing that I'm describing is a little bit rare, but if you want to see an example of a musician where maybe it's not that rare. I should take that comment back. But if you want to see an example of an artist where you are absolutely convinced that there is no there's no barrier between the improvisational ideas that they're coming up with in their head and what's coming through their hands out through the instrument. That it is one organism, right? That you are truly hearing instantly improvisational ideas come from the musician's brain, from that creative center. Corey Henry in Lingus by Snarky Puppy is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. Hey, Decaf. It is awesome to see you. And I'm not saying that the style of the solo or the style of the song is going to be everybody's cup of tea, because obviously that's very subjective. But from a purely from just an amazing performance of a piece of music standpoint, it's quite something. But Corey Henry is the name to pay attention to. Then I'm also a big fan of the last Dirty Loops song that came out maybe a month ago or maybe a month and a half ago, called Rock You. If you don't know Dirty Loops, look them up. I think they're from Sweden, a trio. Yeah, Mitch, you talk about the coordination on that solo. It's very interesting that you use that word, coordination, because there is a, if you forgive me, I'm going to put the trigger down. There's a point in that solo where he's mirroring, he's playing unison parts in the left and right hand, so he's playing the same part, one in the upper keyboard and one in the lower keyboard, and he's just doing crazy patterns, but he's mirroring. And what that means is, when he's playing pinky in the right hand, that's the thumb in the left hand, and he's mirroring like this, right? And he spends like a minute and a half playing crazy unison patterns, but they're completely matched. And it's like, wow, what is going on in the brain that enables something like that to happen? It's just, and he barely looks at his hands. He's just got this kind of far away look. He's like looking at the other side of the room or something while he's delivering all this stuff. It's pretty amazing. Starfish Savvy, I feel that way about some gospel when choirs start in. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. And isn't that amazing that it's the kind of stuff we're talking about right here is really independent of style or genre. It can happen anywhere. When that spirit is right and when that delivery is right, you can see it. You can see it in lots of different places. But then Dirty Loops, they're a completely different kind of animal. They're a trio, a very technical pop trio out of out of Sweden. And kind of just a crazy combination of very high level technique and chops, but very groovy as well, very solid. And the singer, the keyboard player, is like this Swedish reincarnation of Michael Jackson and Stevie Wonder. You put those two voices together and stick them in a Swedish like jazz keyboard player body. That's the guy from Dirty Loops. Yeah, Starfish, Snarky Puppy is a very, very kind of jazzy. It's music nerd music. It's not 145 blues. It's a lot of stuff going on there. So, Unleash the Archers, Snarky Puppy, and Dirty Loops, I guess. If we're talking about stuff we've been listening to lately, I'll put those three bands in front of you, and those are about as different from each other as they can be. Adam Sisk talking about his dad making cool jazz music. Does he have stuff up on YouTube or Spotify there, Adam? Now that his name is saved in the chat, we'll be able to go back and check him out. Okay. Oh, I apologize for the occasional muting of the mic. Look, it's Skater Rat Monkey in the chat. Everybody say hello. Okay, thanks for the warning about the live action red Power Ranger. The guy who plays the live action red Power Ranger has the same name. Isn't that crazy? Small world. Yeah, Skater, it has been a long time, and it's been okay. It's been weird still. Still working from home. Still having a hard time doing my normal videos because of the home situation, but we'll see if that changes at all when the school year starts up. There's still a lot of uncertainty and questions about what the heck's going to happen with school, so we'll see. Red Power Ranger. It's like I hear anything about Power Rangers, and the only thing that comes to mind is the Key and Peele sketch about Black Falcon, Green Falcon. I don't remember what the sketch is called, but you guys know what I'm talking about. Any Key and Peele fans out there? Over half of the seasons of the Power Rangers were filmed in New Zealand, Alistair says. Kind of laughing to myself thinking about that Key and Peele sketch. I'm going to have to watch it when I get done with the stream, I think. Look up Key and Peele, Black Falcon, or Green Falcon. I don't remember what the title of the sketch is, but yeah, the substitute teacher, Mr. Garvey, talking to A. Aaron and D. Nice and Balake. Hey, it's Chris621. Everyone say hello to Chris. Happy to see you too. Oh, sorry about that. That one got away from me. Yeah, happy to see you too, Chris. Glad you could make it. We're doing a few plastic triggers tonight, so I hope you can hang out. And thanks to those of you who consistently say hello to the new people in the chat. That is a really big deal to me, so I appreciate when you do it. I've been in so many chats where you just kind of feel invisible, you know? And it's not that you want to make a big splash or that you have anything important to say, but when you're trying to kind of just feel like you're a part of a small community, you know, chats can be kind of intimidating. At least I feel that way. And when you have the courage to raise your hand, it's good to be made to feel welcome. The plastic of my pick guard. Wow, you know what, Chris? That is an excellent point. Not because, not the tortoiseshell pick guard on the base, because I don't know how I would, deal with that on a stream, but that base used to have a black pick guard, and I replaced it with the tortoiseshell. So that black pick guard is still around here someplace. It's in a padded envelope in my bedroom, I think. That would be a cool thing to dig out and use on a stream, I think. Thanks for that idea, Chris. Yeah, I feel I'm very disconnected from music performance right now. The band is kind of full stop while all of this public health stuff is going on. And I had started playing the saxophone again, which was actually super awesome. And I was making time in the mornings before I went to work to play saxophone for 30 minutes or 40 minutes or something like that. But I did that, after everyone else had left the house, and I had some alone time because I'm very self-conscious about playing in front of other people because the horn's kind of loud. And, I'm not very good, and I just don't want an audience, And then schools got shut down in March, and they went to e-learning, and then I started working from home, and then the house was full of people all the time, and I didn't have alone time to play the saxophone anymore. So I haven't been doing that either. And the family keeps telling me that they're okay, it's not a big deal, I should just play it anyway. But if you deal with anxieties in any part of your life, you'll understand that it's not that easy to just, flip a switch and overcome that sort of thing. So I've not been playing any instruments of any kind for many months, which is a bummer. Thanks for saying that, Chris. I do love how a small stream can be very interactive, and responding and saying hi and talking amongst ourselves is how we do that, so it's no problem. Could you send me a piece called Aria? You mean like what do you want to send me? I've got a gas lamp email address, or you could, if it's something on YouTube, I could look it up. I'm always happy to listen to saxophone pieces. I even there's even a saxophone teacher. Well, there's many saxophone teachers on YouTube, of course, but there's one that I really kind of liked his personality. I started watching all his videos, and I actually started. I bought some of his lesson material, and I joined his website, and he's got forums and stuff like that. So I was really into the getting back into the saxophone. Hey Mitch, thanks for stopping in the middle of your day down there in snow-covered southern Australia. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, and I hope you continue to stay safe as well. Thanks for being here. Hey Chris, if you want to send anything to the Gas Lamp ASMR email address, which you can find on the YouTube channel, you can feel free. I will tell you that I'm not going to be able to do much with the sheet music because my reading skills are horrible. The playing that I had been recently doing on saxophone has been ear playing with the pentatonic scale and playing along with backing tracks and stuff. Basically, I've been taking the musical ear that I developed playing bass for 30 years or something and applying it to what I learned about the notes on the saxophone when I was back in middle school, and I was able to fuse those together and have fun, like soloing and stuff like that over backing tracks, which I was never able to do on the saxophone back in middle school. But yeah, I'm a sadly not a good reader. I read in middle school, but it's not a skill that I ever reinforced over the years. Yeah, I love me some lid sounds. And we have our plastic beads. So how has everybody been out there, particularly in these odd days? Are you doing okay? Starfish and I asked the same question at the same time. See, we're on the same wavelength. Hey, there's and I apologize, it's Gile. I'm not sure how you pronounce that, but hello. Everyone say hello. Yeah, Decaf, love the plastic beads, and if we're gonna do a stream on plastic sounds, you gotta have the beads. Chris made the top band at the school and got a job. Fantastic. Congratulations on both of those items. Yeah, on the topic of how's everybody doing, it would be safe to say that the biggest thing on our minds here is just how school is going to be handled. I still have one child in the school system, and my wife is attached to a school system, and it's just a lot of uncertainty about what the right answer is in terms of timing and home learning versus opening the buildings back up versus a hybrid approach. So that's the thing that's been occupying our minds the most. Hey there, Kristen H. Hello there. So good to see you. Thanks for joining the stream tonight. I think you might be new to the stream. I'm not sure I recognize your name. Everyone say hello to Kristen, please. Hey there, Starfish. I'm glad to hear that you're starting to plateau. But I agree about the scary things, the timing, I think the schools are under a lot of pressure to start in-person classes, and the pressure has nothing to do with well, let's just say that the pressure can come from multiple places, and there can be competing interests, and it's hard to know that the right decisions are being made all the time. I think that's a safe statement and not too controversial. Look, everybody, it's R Dizzle in the chat. Everybody say hello to R Dizzle. We always love seeing R Dizzle here. He's one of our regulars. Kristen says, I am new, just found a video of yours with the mortar. Is that what it's called? Yes, the mortar and the pestle, the white stone marble mortar. feel like I made that video like 1,000,000 years ago, but yes. Well, that's awesome. It's good that I love hearing that those videos from very early in the channel still resonate with some folks out there. Yeah, thanks, Chris. Yeah, I have a playlist of unlisted videos, Kristen, called The Junk Drawer. And there's all sorts of interesting kind of non-ASMR companion video clips in there that you might find interesting. Oh, Decaf, you're very kind. Thanks for mentioning the pepper video. I really struggled with that one, so if it came out decent at all, I really appreciate knowing that. I was not happy with my well, you know, we always want the things that we do to be a little bit better than we're able to get them, don't we? I think everybody's got a small perfectionism streak about them. Maybe it's a little bigger than small for some of us. Hey, Suran is in the chat. It's good to see your name again. Hello, hello. We're doing some plastic triggers tonight. And hanging out and catching up with everyone, so I hope you can stay for a few minutes. That would be awesome. And our Dizzle is right. It has been 84 years. It's been 84 years for you. It's been a few months for me. So one of us is a little closer to a black hole than the other one is. Chris, hey, could you use your mouthpiece for the street? I'd love to see it and check the brand. Are you talking about a saxophone mouthpiece, Chris? I'm not sure what you mean by street. Sorry, I might not be catching your meaning. I mean, I've got two mouthpieces for the sax. The original one is a white Pan American, because the saxophone is Pan American. But when I started playing again this year, I bought just a very simple Yamaha 4C. I think that's right. And it's the standard black, you know, kind of a beginner's, I guess you might call it a student mouthpiece, but I'll be honest with you, some of the lowest notes on the saxophone were easier to voice with the Yamaha than with the original Pan American mouthpiece. Hardwood tracing, fell asleep and dropped the phone on my face. Yeah, I sympathize and I apologize I apologize for any facial contusions that might be a result of any of my videos. Rocco Pelleroso is in the chat. I believe that's a new name for us. Welcome, Rocco. Everyone give Rocco a big gas lamp chat greeting, if you would please. Does it have a baffle in it? I don't know, Chris, to be honest. I'm not super smart with my mouthpiece anatomy, to be honest. But I mean, it's not fancy. It's super common. I think the Yamaha 4C is the default mouthpiece that Yamaha ships on all their new Altos. So I mean, it's nothing. It's just a basic, decent playing beginner mouthpiece. Yeah, Starfish is correct about those, about Decaf's writing sounds. That's another thing that'll make you drop your phone on your face. Pictures of the white mouthpiece. Yeah, I suppose. It's the original Pan American mouthpiece, so it's from 1956, and it's got a hairline crack in it, which I never paid much attention to when I was in middle school. But now that I'm an adult, when I went back to the sax, I said, I'm not playing that anymore because I don't want it to get worse. That's why I bought the Yamaha mouthpiece. Yeah, well, if I ever get to the skill level where a mouthpiece upgrade would increase the quality of my playing or enjoyment, I think I'd be in a pretty good place. I think I'm a good ways away from that. But when I was researching mouthpieces, it was very clear how much choice there is and how much debate there is about what's good and bad in mouthpieces. Let's see. I'm not sure what the best way is to deal with these dice. I might do it here in the bowl for a few minutes, and then I might take them out and roll them around in the hand. Hey Kristen, thanks for stopping by. I hope you sleep well. Don't be a stranger. Hey Rocco, I'm from like the Midwest section of the United States. You are from Argentina. That's very cool. No, Saran, we don't have any cassettes did not make the cut for tonight. Oh, I wonder if there's one within reach somewhere. I don't think so. Thanks, Kristen. Yeah, let me adjust here. Are these better in the hand, do you think? As long as it feels good and plays in tune, then it's a good mouthpiece. You're right about that, Chris. It was just great. It was great coming back to the horn with more of a professional, adult kind of a mindset and approach. And the other thing you got to remember is that, you know, when I was in middle school, there was no such thing as the internet. So all of the learning materials that are so available on YouTube and stuff now is a complete game changer over what I had when I was a kid, right? So I was able to correct some things that I didn't even know I was doing wrong before I even picked up the horn, particularly in terms of embouchure and, maintaining a good mouth posture in order to help play in tune. Playing with a tuner on my phone to really kind of monitor when I'm flat and when I'm sharp. That's just not stuff I ever really got strong guidance about when I was a teenager. Man, these dice are touchy. Sorry if I get talking sometimes and my cadence might get too fast and not be as relaxing, but it's so easy to, when we get on these topics, it's just, it's always good to catch up with you guys, and sometimes I get a little carried away. I was going to do a saxophone case rummage video showing all of the new little accessories that I ended up buying when I started playing the saxophone again, like the mouthpiece and the new neck strap and reeds and things like that. I have a whole list. Of things I'm looking forward to filming, but the current circumstances just don't really allow it. I got a comment the other day, asking about whether the channel was done. And I totally get that. I understand why someone would ask that. It has been a while. It's a little heartbreaking too, though, because it was never my intention to be on this much of a break. But I guess that's kind of a first world concern, isn't it? Considering all the struggles that are going on out there right now. Have I seen Sax Squatch? I have not. Is that a sax-oriented band of some sort? Yeah, that's good advice, Chris. I'm glad that the things you guys recommend get saved in the chat here, so I can go back and look them up again, because I can't really. Well, I could make notes during the stream. I never think about having a notepad next to me while I'm doing these. Hey, it's Supernova. Hello there, Supernova. It is so good to see your name in the chat again. Everybody say hello. Thanks, Ardizzle. That really means a lot. No worries, Supernova. Gotta finish those games. So when you saw the stream pop up, did it show up in notifications? Is that how you knew about it? Cool. I'm never sure when, whether the notifications are working. The channel is small as mine. It's difficult to know whether, well, of course, I haven't had any content for anybody to get a notification on in so long anyway, so that's part of the issue also, of course. But I'm actually splurging on myself and taking the day off tomorrow, believe it or not. Gonna get out into the woods and do a little bit of trail grooming. Hopefully bringing my kids along with me as well. One of the things about the current health situation is that a lot of our travel plans got canceled for this year, so I've got a lot of leave that I would have used by now that I have not used, and I need to start using it for things. So we're going to get some nice weather tomorrow, so I'm going to tromp around in the woods a little bit. I'm actually going to be on the same trail that I shot the I don't remember what it was called, the summer trail video. I did a fall trail and a summer trail video. The summer one, that's where I'll be tomorrow. Had a Vegas trip this week planned. Now you're going fishing. That doesn't sound like a bad alternative plan, although I know you probably very much wanted to go to Vegas. I think tons of people in my company are in the same boat. A lot of canceled plans. They've increased the number of leave hours that you can carry from one year into the next because they know that lots of plans have got canceled and everybody's having a hard time figuring out what to do with their hours. Let's see, how can I get these back in the bowl without creating a horrible sound? I might have to do them one at a time. I'm still creating a horrible sound. I'm failing at this. That was about as badly done as it could be. Okay, last two triggers. We'll do the cups next, and then we're going to finish with the soap. wooden bowl for next time. Yeah, that's a good one. Well, Chris, don't feel bad because I got a late start tonight, so you've been here for most of the stream, I think. We'll be stopping in about a half hour. But I'm glad you're having a blast. So am I. Hey, it's Herman Glimshire. Hey there, Herman. I'm glad to see you too. You're very welcome. These cups are at different pitches. Hey, Kieran. Hello there. Thanks so much for stopping by. I know the timing isn't great for the UK, but I appreciate you hanging out for a minute. Everybody say hello to Kieran. I think I gotta use these cups as my thumbnail image for this stream. Look at that, that's cool. All these tactile kind of surface finger noises. I don't know if this is polystyrene. It is polystyrene. I see it on the bottom here. also have the creaking chair ASMR going on in the background, so I hope you all appreciate that. Yeah, I think the cups are going to have to make a return visit because they're pretty awesome. I've never had these on the stream before. ASMR version of the cup song, yep. Does anybody get that rhythm? Here we go. That was my poor man's version of the cymbal intro to YYZ by Rush, played on 2 polystyrene cups. You're welcome. You know, when you don't have a small channel like this and you know, it's not that I ever posted very much, but then when you have to stop for a while, the thing that I find I miss the most is the comment sections. When the video is about some sort of silly topic, some sort of niche interest, and the best ones would trigger these fantastic comment threads where people talk about something from their own past or their own memories based on something that they were reminded of because of something that they saw in the video. But those discussions only last 2 or 3 or 4 days after the video comes out, and then everything goes silent again. And I do miss those discussions. It's one of the things I'm looking forward to the most about kind of getting back to some sort of normalcy, is having those great discussions in the comment section again. Video from a hotel room with some ridged paper cups. Couldn't find her channel afterward. Can you imagine the number of small channels that kind of got started and then just kind of got bogged down and then forgotten or deleted? Uh-oh. We have a visitor. Can you see her? Oh, there she is. Hey. Hey, dummy. Hey, look. Oh, there. Looky there. Look. Look at you. What are you doing? What do you think? Hey there. You've had enough of that. Don't be bumping up against stuff now. Do not get on the laptop. Oh my gosh. That's probably a good enough transition into our last trigger. Yeah, good point, Decaf. We have to have we have to have the cat on the thumbnail, don't we? Cat lamp. And so we end with our homage to massage ASMR and his silver soap. Still, for my money, some of the best ASMR out there, if you ask me. Gotta be careful with it, though. I actually tried one day to figure out the specific brand of silver soap that Dimitri uses in his videos. Thought it would be the ultimate homage to actually get a bar of the same soap. But could never find a exact match to the brand that was on the label. Man, this stuff is sensitive. This sound seems to have become the new chat killer, like the plastic beads have been in the past. And that's not a bad thing necessarily. It's just interesting to see which triggers induce the most what's the word? The ones that people zone out to the most. There's ASMR on Spotify, huh? I assume a lot of the most notable, bigger artists are on there. What kind of stuff do you see on Spotify for ASMR? Is it mostly, because it doesn't have a video component, obviously, is it mostly, just trigger-oriented stuff? GB has 10,000 entries. She has 10,000 separate listenable things on Spotify. That is a big number. Okay, well, it was an exaggeration, but I don't put it past GB to have a lot of content up there. She definitely, knows what she's doing in terms of cultivating a brand. Cat's jumping around in the background. You thumped your head, Ardizzle? You didn't drop your phone on it, did you? We talked about those kind of injuries earlier. You've got to practice safe ASMR viewing at all times. I actually kind of like when the last trigger of a stream is kind of one that mellows everything out. It kind of slows everything down and lets the stream end on the most mellow note. nice. That was really awesome. It is such a joy, even in these odd times and even in these situations that keep me away from the channel for a little bit, when I'm able to come back for a minute and so many familiar names and new names pop back out of the woodwork and appear and hang out as if no time has passed. I really love it that we can still do that, and please don't worry. I'm definitely still here. Channel's not going anywhere, and as soon as I can get back to some sort of control over, being able to have some quiet at a time when I'm kind of awake and able to make regular kind of videos again, I will absolutely pick up where I left off. So, but that's just channel stuff, and it's not that important in the big scheme of things. Right now we've got much bigger fish to fry in terms of taking care of the people around us and making sure we stay healthy and make the right decisions to try to get to the end of these crazy times that we're in. So I hope that all of you are able to do that, and that you're staying safe and looking after the people around you, okay? So thanks so much for everybody being here, and everybody stay well. Have a good night or day, depending on your hemisphere. And I will see you all on here again very soon. I do want to do streams a little more often than this, but I will do my best. So thanks again, everybody, and we'll see you all again. Take care, okay? See ya.